I did have a thought after I'd had a break that I could have used the skin modifier to do the body. It's a bit easier to use than the curves. The curves are good though for things like hair and things that need like a tapering end to them. I think I'll redo the neck. So I will move the 3D cursor to the back of the head so I can start adding geometry there. And then I need to add a single vertex. There is an add-on you can get. It's extra mesh objects. That will let you add a single vertex. So if you go to add mesh and single vert, add single vert, and it automatically puts you in edit mode as well. Now I need to add skin modifier, and I need to add a subdivision modifier. If you extrude a vertex, it will pull out into a tube shape. I need to make sure I'm on vertex mode, and then if I press E on the keyboard, I extrude it. I am going to keep this to the same shape, but I can edit this after I've pulled it out. And the other thing is I need X-ray mode on, otherwise I can't see what I'm doing. So I've got that vertex selected there. I can use the normal move tools to move this because it's a vertex. I can also scale it. I actually have to remember to press Ctrl A if I want to scale it, not S. If I select two vertexes and then right click and say subdivide, I can add another one in between them, which gives me a bit more control over shapes. I'll just be moving these around and placing them where they need to go. So I've got that neck blocked out. I need to continue with the body, which I'm going to do in this view because I can see it better. And I can add vertexes and change this later. So we're on box select at the moment. You can have different select modes. I think once I get out into this body area, they're all quite similar thickness up to a certain point. So I can lasso these and then scale them up. I can move more than one at the same time too, but I think I'm going to have to move individual ones and then scale them. So it looks sort of okay in that view, but from the side it looks a bit weird. The thing with 3D is you have to look in different views all the time. I could either do the legs separately or I could do it as an extension of this skin modifier. I need to extrude this vertex down into the leg. Right, make sure you undo before you extrude it as well, otherwise you'll have a vertex on top of another vertex without realising it. I think the best thing would be to add the leg as another object. I could use another skin modifier. I'll scale that up before I drag it out because it's going to start off that thickness, and extrude that out. Okay, so that's one leg. I could duplicate that and then use it to make the other leg, but there's no point because it's behind the dragon and it's only for this view, so I'm just going to do the foot. So I want to put the cursor there so I can add an object here, saves time. Now I just need to rotate and move it into the right place. What I can do is move it in the y-axis. Or I could just go into the side view and then move it. Now I need to duplicate that. Right click cancels moving it. I downloaded an add-on the other day and it was orient an origin to selected. It lets you put the origin point to a selection in the edit mode. And now in object mode or in edit mode, I could rotate it and it will rotate from where the origin is. It is one of the things, if you're working in an orthographic view, you might have things that don't look right in a 3D view. So I need to add the claws. Now I want the origin point to be on the base of it, so I may as well do that now. So I'll go into edit mode, selected the bottom face, it was mesh, snap, origin to selected. So I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to add a cylinder, set the scale, and then I'm going to go into edit mode. I'm going to scale that down, and I want to move it up, so on G, I'm just going to move it down and then add a loop cut and then scale that and rotate it, move it, press Alt on the edge there. I can select the ring and then rotate that, move that there. I'm going to duplicate that and use it for the other claws. So that's the claw. So if I get this object, duplicate it, put it here. Now to flip it, it's pretty symmetrical anyway, so it doesn't really need flipping. Control M, Y, it just looks the same as it is anyway, so there's no point. Control X would flip it along the x-axis. If I select in the lasso view in this view, it won't select the other edge. So the thing you have to bear in mind with Blender, if you want that to happen, you need either the wireframe mode or X-ray. Okay, that's fine, that's done. I need to do the foot. If you mirror things and then you set the scale, the rotation scale, the normals will actually be flipped. Face orientation. Now anything in red is wrong. Mesh, normals, recalculate outside. So let's fix that. So now I've got that, I can duplicate that. With these skin modifier objects, I will need to convert them to a mesh once I've finished editing them. So now I can go into edit mode and change the faces. What I would do for these objects if I wanted to sculpt into them, I would join them in object mode, Control J, then I've set the scale, go into sculpt mode, press R for the remesh grid, and then just remesh them so they're all joined together now as a sculptable shape. I need the hand for this. Now that to me looks quite square. I think I will add a cube. In this video I blocked out the main forms of the dragon. In the next video I want to block out the medium shapes. Thank you for watching.